welcome back to Beauty Bees. I'm Iris. Today we're doing a little bit of a combo video. We have a little bit of a chatty get ready with me, talking a little bit about my summer, some goals I have for fall, and then on the other hand, we have a fall shop my stash. I shop my stash for some cute fall things. When would it have been? Probably a week ago? Time's been doing funny things, but I didn't get around to filming it, so I figured, why not just combine these into one? I'll use those products that I pulled for fall, and it'll be a good time. I do have my skincare done and primer on my face. I had a false start to this video, but we will be starting out with some concealer. Not exciting, not very fall, but I am planning to spend a good chunk of today filming videos because I have no footage and I feel like I am really behind in filming. So we're going to spend some time taking care of that, and I do not really want to spend hours looking at my red chin while I'm editing over the next few days. So as far as the summer went, man, was it a roller coaster. There were some high highs, there were some, I wouldn't even say they were too low of lows, but so summer got started off with a bang, and my house got hit by a tornado. Now, this was not as dramatic as it sounds. I was very lucky. I had a tree get knocked down. There was no damage to my actual home. It was scary though. There were some neighbors who were not so lucky and no one got hurt, but there was some pretty significant damage to some homes in my neighborhood. I was very lucky, but it was scary, it was stressful, and it is weirdly expensive to get, in this case, a already cut down tree removed, cleaned up, and taken away. But thankfully, no one got hurt. My house was fine. I'm fine. Everything's good. But not a great start to the summer. And then, we went from that to getting Beetle in a couple of weeks. And Beetle has been the absolute best thing that has happened to me, not just this summer, but in years and years. I absolutely adore that little guy. He is just the sweetest thing. It is so lovely to have someone that I feel like the eyeshadow that I just applied is not the vibe, but we're gonna just keep with it and see what I can do. I don't think this is a bad color. I think it's a pretty color, but maybe not with the super warm outfit I have planned. What I'm wearing right now is like the base layer. I have a really cute little denim jacket that I'm looking forward to wearing today. But, I mean, like I was saying, Beetle is just the sweetest guy. I love having him around. He just makes me happy every single day. I joke to my mom, but it's like 90% true, that I am someone with a lot of maternal instincts waiting to be unleashed, and all of them funneled into that little dog, and he's so spoiled. I love him to bits. He is absolutely my baby. I have given up on thinking of him as anything else. And today he's actually having a really fun day. My brother is home from college for the weekend and he took Beetle. I don't know what they're doing. I'm sure they are having a ton of fun. He adores Beetle. My entire family absolutely loves Beetle and loves spoiling him. I am so glad that he managed to find his way to us. Like, we were very primed to have love for that kind of animal and to just have someone new in the family. And I think he deserves to have that kind of love. He's had a rough life. He's a rescue dog. He had spent the first years of his life in a puppy mill and had spent almost all of his time in the cage. So, or like in a kennel. So, being able to have a nice home and have a family that loves him has been wonderful. It's been great to see him open up and get a little bit more accustomed to a much better life in the last couple of months. I didn't travel this summer or anything. I mostly just, stuck around here, spent some time with friends, time with the family. I'd hope to travel, but I found that I prefer to just spend my time with Beetle, and maybe next summer the two of us will do a little bit of traveling together. That would be fun. Okay, that is dark, but I have to wear my glasses today, so I feel like once I have the glasses on, it won't look like that much makeup. Fingers crossed, right? Let's see. I did bring out a second palette for the Shop My Stash. So I'm not sure how much I had to cut out there, but I did bring a second palette out for the Shop My Stash. The first one that I've been using is The Mandalorian from ColourPop. And I used these 3 shades for what I have on right now. I feel like Bantha Tracks is probably the best choice to put it in my crease, but I also wanted to take a look at this palette, the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean, which I also feel is very fall, especially like this half of the palette. Feels very safari or something. Let's see. I think I'm going to use a little bit of Rock Bottom, which is this really cool toned gold shade. I feel like trying something a little bit shimmery in the crease. The universe keeps telling me that women above age 40 or something shouldn't wear shimmery eyeshadow, so let's get it in while we can. Also, who cares if you wear glittery eyeshadow at any age? I would think it was absolutely fabulous if I went and visited my grandfather in the nursing home and one of the ladies there was wearing like lime green sparkly glitter up to her eyebrows. I would think that was pretty cool. I would want to make a new friend, so as usual, do what you want. But there are some edges there. Do I have a nice light shade? Let's try Sun Yourself. It is a really light yellow. And I'm just kind of hoping that I can put this over some of this and lighten that edge up a little bit. And if not, you know, it'll sort of highlight the orbital bone. You know, I won't go as far as to say that it worked, but I think that once again, the glasses are going to help me out and cover a multitude of sins. I also pulled an eyeliner. This is the Mr. Right Now in the bronze shade, which is See More Love Letters. I'm not going to add it because I've already got plenty of eye makeup, but I thought that this would be absolutely beautiful with some of the golds and greens that are in this palette. Like, right? Wouldn't that be pretty with those, with like this green and this yellow for fall? I could get into that. Anyway, I think that is it for eyeshadow. I have started using a new mascara in the last week, and it's working out okay for me. It is the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. I had heard that when you removed these, they came off like little hairs almost because they were tubes that you had around the lashes. I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, but that is not my experience. I find that it stays on really well through the day, unless I rub my eyes, but then I just see smears. So, user error, always a possibility, but I've never, even at the end of the night, removing with like an oil cleanser, I don't have that experience of seeing the little individual tubes fall off. However, the lasting power is pretty good on this mascara, and I feel like it is very quick to build up a really nice lash. So I'm very happy with that. I only have a mini. I haven't even looked to see how much the full size is. But I might have to get another tube of this. This is good stuff. I'm only a week in, but I feel like this has potential to be my new favorite, like, non-beeswax mascara. I'm allergic to beeswax. I feel like if you watch my channel, you are probably kind of annoyed at hearing me say that, but I feel like I have to say it to explain why I am always on the search for a beeswax-free mascara, and why, even though I've been wearing makeup really consistently for 10 years now, I haven't really settled on a good mascara. The beeswax thing is relatively recent, like since the advent of my channel is when I developed and then was able to identify the allergy. So it's been a journey. All right. The area around my nose was looking really red in my monitor. I think that usually doesn't translate into the actual footage, but it was bothering me, and it was another thing that I just didn't want to see for hours editing. So I think the eyes are looking pretty good with the exception of the brows because I haven't done those yet. I'm wearing the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in Auburn. I switched from the blonde one to the auburn one when I dyed my hair, and it's been working okay for me. You know, it fills in my brows, hides the fact that I have like 3 brow hairs. And I just don't care enough to try anything else, so this is where I am at. Alright, so that looks crazy, only having eye makeup on and a little bit of concealer. So we're all filled in on my summer, more or less. What were your guys' summers like? I hope they were really good. Hope you did some traveling if you hoped to do that, or had some really nice chill time around home and were able to enjoy some hopefully nice weather. I feel like this summer was a hot one for a lot of people, and maybe not exactly the kind of weather that everyone wanted to get out and enjoy. But I found myself spending a lot more time outside this year than I have in past years. My skin is still very sensitive to the sun. I still find that I cannot spend as much time outside as I would like. But again, with Beetle, I will take him out for a couple of walks most days. And even if we're not going on a full walk, I'll go outside with him a couple of times. And honestly, that's more outside time than I've gotten the last couple of summers. So it's been good. And it was hot, but not unbearable here most of the time. There were definitely days where I didn't want to go out and be super active, but it was not consistent. So that's all I ask for. I brought out a highlighter and a blush. The blush is a weaker one. This is from CoverGirl. It's their Cheekers blush in Natural Twinkle. It is quite light. I really scrubbed in to get the amount of flush that I have on my cheeks now. And in person, at least, I can see the blush, but it is not strong in the slightest. On camera, it looks like it might be coming off a little bit more pronounced because everything looks more pink in my monitor than it does in person. And then I look at the footage and it's usually just fine. So I'll have a note on which one it is here. The highlighter that I pulled is my Winnie the Pooh highlighter from ColourPop. This is 100 Acre Wood. It is very golden. It is a shade that I honestly find pretty hard to wear, but I bought it because it's a Winnie the Pooh highlighter, and this was the lighter of the 2 that they had in this collection. So I usually just put it over my blush because it's too dark to be a really good highlighter on me. But the ColourPop blush is not the glowiest blush out there. And I have been appreciating some glow. Okay, good. I did not just dig the brush into that eyeshadow. Finally, for this fall, I am hoping to do a little bit of Halloween content this year. I don't think I did a single Halloween video last year, and I feel like I have quite a few different ideas bubbling. I want to show you what I end up wearing for Halloween because I have a plan. and I think it's going to be really cute. And I want to do some spookier videos. I have some home decor things that I want to put together and maybe put up as shorts or something. We'll see. It'll be fun. And I didn't do any like really vampy makeup last year that I remember either. I would like to do something along those lines too, because I love this time of year. I find it to be very fun. Now I pulled out a few different lip products. I didn't really have this video in mind when I did my Shop My Stash, so the lip products wouldn't all necessarily go with this look. Let's just go through what we have here first. So the first lipstick is Mink from Revlon. This is one of their super lustrous lipsticks. And it is a very brown shade. I was gonna say that this is not the vibe I'm looking for at all, but might have to keep that in mind. It is a very brown shade, a little bit of warmth in it. Probably not something I would wear any other season because I'm just not really a brown lips person, but every once in a while in the fall it can be fun. I brought out this gold gloss. There is actually quite a nice amount of shimmer to this. This is from the Balm. It's the Plump Your Pucker gloss in Overstate. I really like these, the Balm glosses. I used up a raspberry pink one that I thought was absolutely beautiful. The two that I am thinking of for today's video, first we have the Maybelline Lip Blush in, I always forget where these are labeled, Sandalwood, which is like a reddy orange. I feel like how well it matches my shirt is probably an indication that this might be a really good color to wear today. And then the last color is sort of along the same lines. This is 1966, not 1969, from YSL. And it is more red and less rusty than the Maybelline is. I think we're gonna go with the YSL because I feel, actually, let's go with the Maybelline. I do feel more guilty about how little I've used this, but I want something a little bit easier and a little bit balmier with how much eye makeup I have on today. So yeah, I think that looks really nice. Let me go put my hair down, grab my glasses, put on my jacket, and we will see the final look. And here is the real final look. I am loving this jacket. I don't know how well you can see, but you need to be able to. It's got Pooh eating his honey on this pocket, and then there are these honey steps trailing up over the right side, and then onto the back where it has Tigger and Pig. And I absolutely love it. I feel like every day I am coming closer to just evolving into Miss Frizzle, and I can't say I'm upset about that. I feel like that is like my personal mega evolution. Now to top everything off, I will be using a little bit of this whipped almond eau de parfum from Mix Bar. I found this in my drawer. I bought this a couple years ago, and I can tell that it is not as good as it was when I first got it. It is still a very pretty almond scent, sort of a light, sweet almond extract, but there's a lot more alcohol in that scent profile than I noticed when I first got it. So I'd like to make some really good progress on this year because I do not know that it will be in great shape in fall 2025 to use. So I think that about wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.